would you just kill me, baby? Well, it's hard to make up your mind sometimes. An angel, a devil, a thorn in my bride.
The Black Crowes are set to release their first ever double album of all acoustic material titled Croweology. The collection features the band performing stripped-down acoustic versions of 20 of their best songs and showcases the band's impressive career spanning 2 decades. Built around the songwriting of brothers Chris and Rich Robinson, the Black Crowes rose to prominence with their platinum debut in 1990, Shake Your Moneymaker. Croweology celebrates 20 years of touring and recording as one of America's best live rock and roll bands. The new double disc gives listeners an intimate glimpse of the music of the Black Crowes and sheds new light on such fan favorites like Jealous Again, Remedy, She Talks to Angels, and Wiser Time. Artisan News caught up with Chris Robinson to get his thoughts on where the idea came from to record a double acoustic album.
I mean, part of the inception of the idea to do it came from the Warpaint tour where we did our New York run. We finished it with 2 nights acoustic at the town hall, and we had never attempted that in the Black Crowes before. So we kind of went back and looked at those set lists as well as a template of like, okay, you know, as 18 months roll by or 20 months or whatever, like what did we do? And
Chris also said he had a tough time choosing songs from their prolific catalog to record acoustically on Croweology.
Funny part of it is, you know, as different and as people and musicians as me and Rich and Steve are, we each put together a list of, you know, 25, 30 songs, and then we put our list together and, you know, at like a little, our 15-minute pre-production meeting before we started recording. And we basically had 85% of the same songs on a list, which I don't think would ever happen in the history of the Black Crowes.
He also talked about his successful 20-year career in the Black Crowes.
I definitely couldn't picture a 20-year career. I couldn't picture millions of records and shows and, you know, all that I could imagine was that I wanted to, it was something that I was passionate about and I was obsessed about, and something that made me feel unlike anything else. It was my experience with creating music, being a part of music, going to concerts, listening to records, collecting records. It goes hand in hand with a lot of things, you know, but I just knew that I would like to stay in that as long as I could. You know what I mean?
In order to thank fans for 20 years of support, Croweology, which will be released on August 3rd, will be priced at the cost of a single album. The Black Crowes will kick off a 4-month North American tour in support of the acoustic collection of favorites on August 13th in Milwaukee. At press time, the tour was scheduled to wrap December 19th, capping a 6-night stand at San Francisco's famed venue, the Fillmore. In most cities, the band will perform for 3 hours, including a 90-minute acoustic set, followed by a 90-minute electric reception. The Black Crowes will be inducted into the Georgia Music Hall of Fame on September 11th at the 32nd Annual Georgia Music Hall of Fame Awards Show. After the tour, the Black Crowes will go on a lengthy hiatus to catch their collective breaths and spend time with their families, and we'll have more news about that in the coming days and weeks.